So for the time spent studying, I spent about 8 hours the past 3 days. Um, the first day I did a lot of review and I read the chapter. The second day I started watching the notes and the examples and started doing some homework problems, and then today I continued that. And then the videos I watched, for note one, it was like position, velocity, acceleration equations. Note two, example on how to find v. Um, and then example one, example two, was like trying to use those equations to manipulate them enough to be able to use them for whatever you're given. Example three, you had to find the velocity at different points and the time at different points. Note three, 2D problems. It was axis direction and equation, relative motion, and then example 4, position, velocity, and relative motion, which is trigonometry. So, yeah. Yeah, so those were the videos I watched the past 2 days. Yeah. Yeah, so those were helpful for the for problems 1 through 3, which I have done. So yeah, as you can see, I zoomed in closer so I could read them better. And then for the homework problems, I completed 1, 2, and 3. I did 1, then 3, and then 2 because I was struggling a little bit on 2 to figure out how to start. So for number 1, then you had to find the derivatives of the position equation to get the velocity and then get the acceleration. And then you had to find the time during a certain time, and then plugging that into the correct equation, the velocity and the acceleration equations. And then for number 3, you define the acceleration from the given equation and the speed, and then find the speed at a certain time, and then find the displacement of the ball at that time. And then for number 3, that was for number 3. For number 2, you had to find the acceleration, then find the velocity at the distance that they gave you, and then find the time at the velocity. And then yeah. So those took me a little bit to get. And then other things that I did. This is just listed all the videos I watched. I watched like 9 videos. I went quickly through them because I'd start one and then they'd like be talking and then I'd be like, oh yes, I already know this. Like yes, I understand this, and then I would move on to the next one. So yeah. But I think I wish I watched more of the like ones. I watched like the ones on the bottom like more than once. So, and then to summarize, you have to understand what I learned. Understand what is given and understand how to use the equations and how to manipulate them, and understand the relationship between the different equations and the different variables, and how when you're given certain ones, you can use them for When you're given certain ones, you can use that to manipulate the equations to get what you're looking for.